overcast, drizzly, cloudy, rainy, cold morning. And as soon as I go live, now people start coming out and start talking. It's been peaceful and quiet the whole time, and suddenly people are, oh, thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, got myself another cappuccino here. But I say, as soon as I start broadcasting, that never fails. Anyway, good morning to everyone out there. I'm sure there's almost no one here because people didn't know I was going live. But I decided to go live because I'm going to announce a couple things here. Number one, for those of you who've been following the channel, oh goodness, this sachet just split in half, and all the sugar came pouring out the side. Fascinating. Let's try to pour it in here now. Anyway, poor quality paper. Anyway, welcome back to the one person that's watching now. Appreciate you being here. Anyway, yeah, so I want to talk about a few things that I've observed. So I made the video a couple days ago about Christopher Landau, and people were saying that the Deputy Secretary of State was going to look into the matter of ineligibility letters, and that's great. I appreciate that. But the problem is that you have people telling you things that are spreading false hope, and it's unfair to refugee aspirants who've received a letter of ineligibility to give them false hope. That doesn't mean that nothing will be achieved, but South Africans, many are quite naive, most are naive about how the process works, and understandably so, because it's not exactly advertised to them. They then put hope into, well, my letter will be overturned, when we don't even know if you'll even get access or find out what's going on, if there is something going on. That persecution is not crime. If you've been assaulted, robbed, farm attack, that's not persecution. That happens all over the world. It happens in America. And if that's your basis, and another problem is I've come across people who, well, I'm an Afrikaner, so I'm eligible. No, that's one criteria of eligibility. Being an Afrikaner doesn't get you there. But being an Afrikaner, a racial minority, contributes to you going there, provided the rest comes true. So I don't understand why people only give partial information. It's very frustrating to see the very least. Now, this is fascinating. I had one person, then 6 people, then 9, then 10. Now I have 3 people. Now I have 9. YouTube is very, very promiscuous. Anyway, so this morning I went back and looked at comments from that video, and a few people are now banned from the channel. They're childish tantrums, their insulting, condescending behavior towards me will no longer be tolerated. They've been banned from the channel, and so they can footsec and take it elsewhere. I don't have time to deal with crybabies and little whiny biatches who misbehave and throw tantrums because they don't hear what they want to hear. Their problem is they didn't listen the whole time, and now because they didn't listen, their feelings are hurt. Well, it's not my fault that you made yourself ineligible. And that sort of behavior, the kind of comments that are being written on videos like mine, where people express who they truly are, their true character, it probably goes a long way to explaining why they receive letters of ineligibility, some of these people, because they're nasty people. Oh, if that hurts feelings, that's fine. But I've met wonderful South Africans who unfortunately received letters of ineligibility and have not been rude, condescending, obnoxious toddlers throwing tantrums. They're unhappy, they've accepted it, they're seeking other answers, but they're not acting like obnoxious little turds. I've had enough of obnoxious little turds. So this morning, I removed several people from the channel, and good riddance to you. You're unwanted, you're a cancer on society, and it's good that you, the ones I've removed, aren't coming to America, because you're the kind of losers that America doesn't need. So I've also seen where there's these conspiracy theories, which, you know, conspiracy theories tend to have a degree of truth to them. Conspiracy theories that, well, the USCIS are a bunch of lefties and they're undermining and they're keeping South Africa going. But I'm curious about that statement. Hey, Morney, I didn't see you at Woodbridge Island, did I? Or did I see you there? If that conspiracy theory is true, then someone please explain to me how 10,590 South Africans have arrived on the shores of the United States refugees, while just over 1,000 people so far have received ineligibility letters. Somebody please explain that to me. How is it that over 10,500 people have come to America as refugees if the program is intentionally being undermined by leftists? Are you claiming that only certain people are being targeted? If your interview was 18 weeks ago, you felt, no, they're doing an investigation. Okay, great exploits on, this isn't direct to you, but what do people think? Do you think that you meet with an investigator, you answer the questions, and they just go and approve you? No. You meet with an investigator, they pursue the investigation based on what you said or didn't say. And it could take months. So, yeah, Andre loves conspiracy theories. I think some of the conspiracy theories are hilarious if it wasn't for the sad fact that it's dealing with people's lives. Excuse me. But It's really annoying to see the childish tantrums that some people are sending or putting out there. So I won't tolerate that anymore. I mean, I've been more than patient for 18 months, and I've said that recently. So the people who say that I swear at those who question me, you're liars. You're absolute liars. People question me all the time. And as long as they're not disrespectful. See, these idiots can't make the distinction between their rudeness and a question. Questioning me is one thing, but being insulting to me is quite different. And if you're insulting, you get a PK. You get moored, just like that, and you get sent packing. Anyway, you know, Deb, I'm beginning to think this paranoia is unique to South Africans, and it must be a siege mentality. South Africans have been under siege for centuries, so maybe that's part of it, plays into the role of the psychosis, the psyche. I think that might be what's going on here. But anyway, it's very disappointing to see this. Now, I'm getting all kinds of rumors and conspiracies. Somebody sent me a screenshot of someone saying they went for category. I don't know if they're being serious or being a smartass. It was a post and said, I went and I tried to do the intake questionnaire, and there was no category for English under race. English is not a race. I think they call that white. Just saying. I'm just saying, unless you're mixed race English, you got a white parent and a black parent. It's the inherent entitlement. Yeah, there is a lot of entitlement, a lot of arrogance, and a lot of disrespectful people. You know, at some point I'm going to start putting on, you know, I got called Opa the other day. It wasn't meant as a sign of respect, but I'm thinking, Opa, come on, give me a break. Maybe I look like one this morning, but give me a break. So, you know, it's time you start respecting your elders, to say the least. Never mind the fact I'm a colonel. Yeah, English is a language. It's an ethnicity. It's not a race. So when you answer race, you don't look for Xhosa, you don't look for Venda, you don't look for Zulu, you don't look for that. That is a ethnicity, not a race. Yeah, English is your mother tongue. Exactly, Deb. 100%. Anyway, the tantrums being thrown are just epic. I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah, so you know what? A lot of people glommed onto my channel simply because they wanted to use me for free, because they're too cheap or too lazy or too lazy to do their own research or too cheap to pay for advice, and I've given it for free. And now that they've received an eligibility letter, they're taking it out of me. You know what? That's your personal shortcoming, your moral failing, not mine. Cool complex approach to sensitive nature emotions does not apply to any situation is born of. Yeah, that's right, Jean-Andre Brun. I think you're right. And it's obvious the behavior of some people, why they received an eligibility letter. I don't even need to know their background. Having met them or watching their comments in chat or on the videos, it's obvious why some people receive these letters. They're nasty people. And I keep hearing that these are wonderful people. Yeah, many people are wonderful people, and some people who are wonderful people got these letters. But those who act like adults, I get it. Don't give up. It's stressful, I'm sure, and hard to know who to trust. Hey, Colonel, no idea you were live. I was watching your short and saw you live. I'm happy to see you live. I don't know if I'm feeling it. Maybe a little bit better. Thank you for that, Rasta Monkey. Yeah, no, I'm in Nelspruit. I just had my breakfast, and it's overcast and rainy here. Let me just show you. So it looks pretty nasty here, the weather. Nelspruit is just down below, down there in the valley, and also over here. So, yeah, I was reading these things. Also, what got me going is I made a video about Daniel Perez, his remains being returned, and the government of South Africa not doing enough about that. They said something, but they didn't do enough. Vanner, you're welcome. Yeah, so orange looks amazing, I won't lie. No, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. But I mean, since I've been here, I got here in the dark. I arrived as it got dark, and then I rushed off to dinner with Isaac Duplessis. A wonderful dinner with him and his family. It was lovely. And then I woke up this morning, and all night long it was raining, which is fine. I don't mind the rain. It doesn't hurt my feelings. But I've got a meet and greet here in, what time is it now? It is now 10:15. So in 45 minutes, we have a meet and greet, or a cafe clutch here at the Orange Restaurant, because I got my wires crossed with my host. So we'll have that, and then again at 4 o'clock, we'll do another one. If there's a break in between, that'll be great. I could use it. But if not, then we'll just run through. Anyway, yeah, so it's just astounding to me how disrespectful some people are and how they lie about other people. You know, the comment that I just swear at people when they challenge me, that's just poppycock. That's poppycock. Those are just lies. If you've been rude and disrespectful, then is it a frog or a bird? Not sure if that was a frog or a bird. but it was kind of creepy. I think it was a bird because it's faded away and frogs can't fly. Some people withheld information. The U.S. is strict, asked me, and went through hell when I was fired. Yep, I agree. Don't worry about nature calling. Yeah, it's a bird because it made noise as it went away, and frogs can't fly. At least the frogs I know can't. Yeah, the bird is being rude and disrespectful. You're banned from the channel. That bird can no longer comment on chat. Not only are you banned, you're gonna get terminated. A poppycock, is that what that was? Cappuccino is not my favorite drink. It's just something I drink in South Africa. I don't drink it anywhere else. Anyway, just a morning chat here, folks. I really have not had time. This is the first time. Morally bankrupt. Is that an accurate description of who you are? Yeah, at least it's not a rooster waking me up. Good point. Yeah, so on the ineligibility letters, last night we had 47 people say they had them. 47. And on the day that it occurred for the first batch on June 30th, we had 126. It's 170 plus we've had contact with. Plus, I've got a bunch of emails I haven't had a chance to read. I popped in my email, and I'm just inundated with people getting ineligibility letters, others trying to find answers. Apparently, Lily Funded Plus shared a website for people to go to, and it's legitimate in case you're curious. Not that Lily would mislead you. She wouldn't, but the site she gave, the server is first.uscis.gov. That is their portal for Freedom of Information Act requests. You have to create an account when you go there, but it's free. I think it's free to create the account, but the request might cost you some money. Anyway, you submit your Freedom of Information Act request there, and then you can get some information. You might find out why you were denied. You might or ineligible. You might not, but you can do it. Nothing venture, nothing gain. People who are upset about getting denial letters are most likely people who are distant shade. Well, not yeah. That's and I don't want to say this because some people's feelings be hurt, but some people living in abject poverty are destination shopping. Their location sucks, and they're looking for a better life. I get that, and looking for a better life is not enough. I've explained this. And the two of us who got the sadness letters. I'm so sorry to hear that, Magog. Oh, geez, you got them too. Yeah, I'm hearing from more people who got letters the past couple days than people who've gone over. What the hell is that? That is a big ass bird. There's something over there. I can't see what it is because it's behind the leaves, but that thing is big. I mean, that would make a nice meal. Okay, sit still. He's jumping from branch to branch. What is he doing? He's about 30 meters away. Let's say he's about that big. I can't see what. He keeps flying up. Okay, whatever. It's a bird. Anyway, it's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. No, it's not Superman. Anyway, what is it called, please? Can you say it again? All to his glory. Anyway, so yeah, I got off track with the bird disturbed me there. But the thing is that there are good people, no doubt, getting ineligible letters, but people have made mistakes. I've told you about the lovely lady in Port Elizabeth who came with her lovely 3 daughters and her husband, and she was robbed when she was in the UK about 20 years ago when she was a teenager. And they took her purse and her cards and everything. She had no ID and nothing. And on bad advice, she wound up with a fraudulent passport, a fake passport to get home. I don't know the circumstances. It wasn't there. She explained to me, and it's just not my business, so I didn't ask. She told me. And that's probably why she got the ineligibility letter for fraud. I've also talked to people. See, people about being good people, but you do things, some people do things in South Africa that are not good things. South Africans, and I'm not attacking South Africans, I understand the context, and people will claim I am, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. It is normal for people in South Africa to carry a special note on them. It's a special piece of paper that gets you out of a situation. When the police stop you, it's called the R200 note. You produce an R200 note and you disappear. You can't do that in America. That's just one example of what I'm talking about. People are spreading things, and I deleted this from my chat a few nights ago because someone tried to do it, telling people how to get documents from someone in 1 to 5 days by paying them. That's fraud. You can't do that. You get caught with fraudulent documents, you're the one who pays the price, not the fraudster. And there are some people who've gotten caught up in fraudulent documents. There's a lot of people who've committed fraud. What do you mean I'm learning? I've known about this all along, Debbie. I just haven't said this because it hurts people's feelings. And if people do that, then we don't want them in America under the U.S. law. So they've made themselves ineligible if they've done those things. I've cautioned people not to do them. What's the site again where you can ask? You have to pay, but it's first.uscis.gov. First.uscis.gov. And that's where you can go check out. Okay? Okay? Oh, it's 150 at Home Affairs. So it's a little less expensive at Home Affairs than it is with the police. Okay, well, I suppose that's because police can chase you. The Home Affairs are too fat to chase you. And Deb says she agrees it's a reflection of your character. Indeed, it's a reflection of character if you're willing to take shortcuts and break the law, which is, unfortunately, for many people in South Africa, become the norm. Now, I don't want to have the excuse that, well, the system doesn't work, so you have to work around it. Well, the system not working doesn't explain you driving 120 in an 80 zone, okay? Right? That's not the system not working. That's you getting out of a fine. And I understand none of us want a fine. What is the process once the application has been submitted? I haven't heard anything in over a month. A month? Yeah, it's very normal. What are your expectations, digital experience leader? I mean, what are your expectations? If you've been paid for fake documents, they'll cry when they get caught. Yeah, and I told people not to do it. I've really emphasized that the past few weeks, but people aren't listening. Rather, those receive eligible letters, and I do get that logic and reason are not the default state of human mind. Those that are being vindictive are irrational. Exactly. System does work, but it takes a while. Yeah, it does. It takes time. This is not an overnight process. They have to protect America and not get you to America. Hey, welcome to the live. First time catching live since you've been in South Africa. Wow, Max. I've been here since July 21st. About time you caught me. Anyway, yeah, shortcuts, unfortunately for people, shortcuts are an indicator of character. And they make a decision. Now, there's lots of things being said. One of the rumors that passed to me was someone was at the airport and had been denied, and then they told it was a mistake and went to the airport and they flew. I have no confirmation of something like this. No one's talked to me, and I have seen no tickets. I've seen no names, no case numbers, no nothing. So that's a rumor. Another example of someone who was a graphic arts designer, made some pamphlet, and the business he worked for sent it to the bidder enders, and they used it. And so the agent said that he trained bidder enders. Training bidder enders, I mean, that's not necessarily a reason to have you ineligible. So I don't know. These people are spreading all kinds of rumors around. Identity theft is a problem, yes. Well, it was my concern. We had the case of Chris Wyatt's mom here in South Africa who got an ineligibility letter. And when she was interviewed, they claimed that she'd been arrested and convicted and sent into prisons for 5 years. Never happened. Never happened. Never happened. They claim they had a record of it. Well, someone with the same name and using the same birth date obviously was the person who went to jail, not her. So, anyway. Chicago. She got an approval letter now. This morning got a denial letter. I'm sorry to hear that, Vincent. Who is she? Who is she? It's not shocking, Deb. It's disappointing, but it's not shocking. Again, people, okay, you need to, see, this is the problem with people that don't understand, that don't listen. Not attacking any of you in the chat right now, but listen, Yellow Leista. Mensa, Leista, to what I'm saying. An approval letter is not approval, okay? Oh, your friend's mother. Thank you, Vincent. It's not approval. You're not reading the letters. It says provisional approval. A provisional approval is conditional. If something changes or more information comes to light, it warrants a change. That's why it's provisional approval. You need to understand that. An approval is a provisional approval. That's all it is. It doesn't mean that it's permanent. It doesn't mean that you're going to get there. Okay? Just like the letter, it says be prepared to leave in 2 to 4 weeks. It doesn't mean you're leaving in 2 to 4 weeks. It's a good sign. A provisional approval is a very good sign, but it doesn't guarantee anything. We've had a number of people since the June 30th who were previously approved, provisionally approved, and got all excited and then got ineligibility letters. That is not a surprise. It's not a surprise. I wish people would listen. And when I say this, then I'm attacked. And by the heartburn crowd and by people who don't listen, and you get nasty comments. Is there a moderator here? All to his glory, remove that comment from RKWS19. And if a comment comes like that again, just block the person. Anyway, so, it's very frustrating that people don't listen. For 18 months, I've told people to just tell the truth. Don't hide things. Now, somebody tried to claim that, well, we listened to you and we told them we used drugs and we got a denial letter. Well, first off, you did get a denial letter. You got an ineligibility letter. Second, telling the truth and getting an eligibility letter has nothing to do with me. That's your obligation to tell the truth when you're asked questions and answer questions. We also have people on the same day who came out and defended telling the truth. We had several people who were in the States when the eligibility letters came out, and they said, well, they were interviewed and they admitted to drug use when they were young, and they made it over. Yep. You're in the USA alone. Well, Vincent, how old are you? 12? 75? If you're 12 or 75, yeah, I can see the concern. Love to be a mod if you're not sure how it's allowed. Russ the Monkey, I got to get to know you a little bit better. 10 Commandments is not be a false witness. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for people who are so Christian, so motivated by God, it's interesting how people have no problem. What's this message hell for review? I'm curious about that one. Yeah. Cute. Thank you. You're welcome, Daniel. It's my pleasure. Yeah, but for everybody ignores Harley Davidson. All right, so yeah, I'll take care of that myself. That person needs to go. Okay, remove. Okay, so next time that R person is stupid, just remove them, all to his glory. I used to get notified when you go live, but lately, YouTube is caught on that I'm in South Africa, and the shadow banning only works if they shadow ban. So once I'm in South Africa for a week or so, then they stop telling people I'm here. Please clarify what happens if I get the pre-interview. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're asking there, Jordan. Jordan, you were arrested, waiting for your police clearance certificate. What happens if I get my pre-interview? There's no pre-interview. What do you talk pre-interview? You get interviewed by USCS. You get a screening from RSC to make sure you're real people, and then you go in the system. But I'm not sure what you mean by that. So anyway, what happens is if you don't have it, you don't have it. You just tell the truth, okay? The devil has no shame. Yep. Well, it is fascinating to me who people are such devout Christians. I mean, I don't go anywhere in the world anymore when I sit down for dinner and people want to do prayer except in South Africa. But some of those very same people are people who have no problem circumventing the system, committing fraud, and then crying and blaming me when they get ineligibility letters. Hey, Cool Beans. Wow, lots of trolls here today. Lots of trolls. Wow. Fascinating how many trolls are showing up here. My application is processing on quite fast. I'm extremely stressed about all the letters people are receiving. I've just been completely honest, just praying. Well, Squirrel, I'm becoming concerned about the letters too. So I appreciate it. This is not live. Okay. My goodness. So I've just banned someone from the channel, and I'll keep it up. So that's one down. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I've just banned one person, so Christians are disobeying God's commands by idolizing Jesus. We don't expect them to follow God's laws. Who's idolizing Jesus? Jesus is God's only son. Who's idolizing Jesus? If you believe in the Trinity, you have to recognize Jesus, so I'm a little confused about idolizing. Who's idolizing Jesus? Anyway. What is my concern for the letters? My concern for the letters is that a disturbingly rapid succession of letters is coming out. And up until, this is just anecdotal, so it doesn't mean a whole lot, but up until the past 2 days, I hear more from people arriving in America than people getting ineligibility letters. But the past 2 days, I've heard more from ineligibility letters than people arriving, and that disturbs me. There are people going every day, but still. No, not all these people. Okay, you're not listening to anything I say. See, that's, why do I bother? Why, I mean, honestly, why do I bother? Why do I bother? I make video after video, I do live stream after live stream, I explain again and 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 again. There are many reasons for ineligibility letters. A safe haven passport for both adults. Bless you. A not being in South Africa. Being caught lying to an investigator. Not being an Afrikaner or a racial minority. And not having someone in your case that is. Those are all reasons for it. There are other reasons for it. Criminal activity, fraud, lots of things. Many things can make a person ineligible. If you were in America, you overstayed your visa. It makes you untrustworthy. So, how's my trip? It's exhausting. I'm giving everybody all my time every day. All right, Hashem, you're going to get blocked too now. Okay. This is not a conversation about Christ. It's a conversation about something entirely different. So if you can't stand topic, you've got to time out, Hashem. You know, we're not going to tolerate that nonsense today. What irritated with the interview was the person told me, oh, we know the answer immediately, but you'll find that letter. Why can't we just say, well, that's interesting. So then you know you're going to get one, I guess. Do you imagine that some people may be seeing your video for the first time? No, Newsom, I didn't imagine that because I've stated this for 25 minutes. If you don't have the courtesy to watch the video from the beginning, walk into a live and ask a question that's been answered 30 seconds before you arrive, that's just rude and disrespectful. So, yes, I do imagine people seeing my video for the first time. I also imagine people who are me, attention seeking the moment they arrive. Be respectful of the audience. And, you know, if you've got these questions, go back. How do you see the messages before I do, Colonel? I don't know, all to his glory. I don't know. That's odd. You should be seeing around the same time I see them. Maybe you have slower bandwidth. I'm not sure. So I thought, Colonel, I'll probably get a letter, but I didn't know if it was the pre-approval letter or denial letters. Carry on. Yeah, Rust the Monkey, I don't know what's going on there. And I don't want to get in your personal case. Maybe there's something there that you have suspicion why you might get an ineligibility letter. And I hope that you don't get one. Since you want to go, I hope that you get what you're looking for and get to go to America. You know, these conspiracy theories, again, 10,590 South Africans had arrived by July 31st. That's a lot of people. The embassy, the medicals do not get done at the embassy, Jordan. Why do you think that no one does them at the embassy? They've done it private contractors. Good morning, Anita. How are you? Yeah, we don't do things at the embassy. The embassy has nothing to do with this. Am I staying live until you get there? Unlikely. I need to go shower. Look at my hair. I have hair. Look at this. I didn't shower when I got up, so I need to go shower and change into something more suitable for the meet and greet. Anyway, yeah, so that's, but no, the medicals are not done at the embassy. The embassy has nothing to do with things. Okay. All right. So I'm timing people out. This is not about God and Jesus, and I appreciate that Jesus loves him, but it's not relevant to the conversation. Sharks, All Blacks score tonight. All Blacks win by 21 or more. Yeah, Sharks are going to get devastated tonight. Absolutely devastated. The All Blacks have learned their lessons, the mistakes they made in the Stormers game where they were tied at 14-14 with 13 minutes left in the game. And then the Stormers just, were exhausted and they were smoked. But the All Blacks have learned their lessons from their poor lineouts, their ill discipline, their poor kicks, and their poor scrums. And they will devastate the Sharks tonight. Yep. I was already accepting, it's not going okay. Okay, all right, Rest the Monkey. They're done at NGOs, or not NGOs, but at third parties. Okay, still waiting for approval. I haven't seen your stream notifications. Well, Alex, you just got to keep checking. Sorry. If it's done in advance, my mods usually put something in one of the WhatsApp or Telegram groups. Yeah, it's just like these are done by private contractors. The embassy has nothing to do with the refugee program. I got to let people. So I just punished 2 miscreants, and the number dropped from 167 watching to 150. So some of the trolls just left. Some of the trolls just went bye-bye. What rugby fund? I could use a rugby fund. I'm trying to go to Umbumela Stadium today to buy some Pumas kit, or maybe tomorrow. Anyway, yeah, the weather is sucky here, although it looks like the clouds are starting to break up a little bit. It's been raining all night. No, Cool Beans has not met me yet. I've had a meet and greet in Somerset West, and I had a meet and greet in Strand. There may still be another meet and greet in both those places at the end of my tour. Yeah, the Pumas kit is quite cool, so I want to check it out. One thing people forget, Colonel, is the medicals are done across the road for embassy, so they think it's the same place. Well, that's not the only place medicals are done, Rest the Monkey. They're done in multiple locations, so, yep. Oh, Fundi. I thought you said fund. I didn't see that, Feldman. Sorry. I thought it said fund. Yes, I'm coming to Durban, Squirrel, as I've been announcing for 2 weeks. If I have a comment about God, then I didn't see what that said. So thank you for all to his glory. Then maybe you're the problem. Well, just block that person from the channel. I don't have a problem from God, you retard. I have a problem with people who are disrespectful and rude and seeking attention, which is what you've gotten. So bye-bye, take off. Save your comments about God for church. Yep. There'll be a meet and greet in Pretoria. No, it's not the only place, Rasta Monkey. They do it in multiple locations. We pay contractors for this. We've been doing it since time immemorial. Yep. Also, His Glory has learned from Hendo. Good. Doing a good job there as a moderator. Anyway, yeah, look, people coming here being disrespectful and posting stuff, you know, I don't have a problem with God. I have a problem with retards who disrupt the program and are attention seeking and talking about things that aren't germane to the conversation. If you want to have a conversation about God, then we'll have a broadcast about God. This isn't about God. The mods add the site. What site? What are you talking about, Wendy? Exactly. There's a place and time for everything. Oh, you're talking about the website, Wendy. First, please listen. First, FIRST dot USCIS.gov, G-O-V. Okay. Hey, Patrick, how are you? Hope you're well. I just want to find out if you have heard about the new thing that showed up regarding rugby where they busy blacklisten the Afrikaans school. I don't know what that means. That sentence, your sentence didn't come out right. Did they autocorrect it? I don't know what that means. Please correct that. Oh yeah, no, a visual from outside the embassy. Yep. Previous announced I've been working on projects for the past few weeks. My apologies, but thank you for the confirmation. No, Squirrel, no problem. No problem. Just I've been mentioning it in all the streams, so it gets a little frustrating to keep mentioning things and people are not catching it. Anyway, yep. So, Petrus Fundelinda, how you doing, man? Good morning to you. From a overcast, cloudy, chilly, wet Nelspread. Welcome. Welcome. Anyway, folks, all these people, all the trolls I put up with this morning, all the people coming here trying to prophesize, the people coming here being snotty, and only 53 likes. Does that mean the other 100 of the people are just being rude? I'm sure you can hit that like button. Annabelle Williamson, welcome to you. Yep, Orange Restaurant, 11 a.m., which is in about 25 minutes, and then 4 p.m., meet and greets. Yep. Just be dressed warmly when you come to KZN. It's freezing in KZN? That's weird. In the Midlands, maybe, but down along the coast? That would be interesting. Now, that got me 2 more likes. You know, there's everyone stop talking details times about your cases. Everyone's case different. You provided your socials and accepted the... Yep, okay. What's your take on the Taiwanese diplomatic envoy? Whoa, where'd it go? Hang on. The risk of Israel. Any reason could be for me? Yeah, because they share like-minded concepts. The Taiwanese delegate and the envoy, the delegation was fantastic, lovely people. I met them. Afrikaans school rugby for Afrikaans children. Only my son have made 3 years in a row, but now they're getting blacklisted to not playing in national rugby in the future. Yeah, I've heard rumors about this, quite a few rumors about how white South Africans are being denied opportunities to play rugby. Yeah, I've heard this. I don't know how true it is. You can send me a report through email, yeah. All right, so now we got and that's a troll. There you go. Another troll moored. That's the 7th troll I've moored in this stream. And I think that Alta's Glory took care of a couple too. It's freezing in the Midlands. Okay. Cold in Gauteng. It's cold here. Hey, Malcolm? Oh, Malcolm's in Durban. Yeah, so Malcolm would know. Yeah, no, look, but guys, cold to you is not cold for me, okay? Let's keep that in perspective. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't get to 100 likes despite my best effort. We did get to 70, so thank you for that. For those of you who refused to give the like, feel free to leave a comment behind about why you didn't give a like. I need to go shower. Snow at Nottingham Road. Okay, cool. Hey, Cruiser Phoenix, how you doing? It takes care of my cappuccino. You're welcome, Wendy. $79 likes. 79. Can I get 80, 80? Come on, get 100. Can I get 100? We're stuck at 80. Come on, get 81, 82. Come on. Somebody hit that like button. Hey, the lady over here in the lovely racetrack hat. 81. We got 81. Can we get 90? working email. It's on the channel, Charles. It's right there on the channel under About the Channel. You click on it, and then you click You're Not a Bot, and it will reveal the email address. Another troll Mord, you're gone from the channel. Say, we're not playing this anymore. We're not playing this game anymore. Homie, don't play that anymore. So you act like an ass, you get blocked. So I've blocked, I've given 7 people timeouts and blocked, I think, 4 or 5 on this channel in this stream alone. Is Iranian significant enough in the greater things constitutes benefits from such an influential? Doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter because Iran is a municipality of their own, and Taiwan wants to talk to them. That's their choice. I have no say in the matter, so they can do what they want to do. What's the temperature going to... I have no idea what the temperature. Okay. Okay. All right, so cool beans. Now, see the little retard that said, I want likes because it's all about me? No, it's not. It's all about reaching an audience. And the more interaction you have between the chat and likes and comments, the more the algorithm pumps it up so more people get notified and more people get this on For You page. I see these little retards and know nothing about how YouTube works. It's comical to listen to their comments. Anyway, it's about interaction. It's about activity. It's about getting the channel exposed to people so people can hear the truth rather than sit in little dustbins and hear fairy tales. Okay, anyway, 94 likes. I'm going to wrap it up here, folks. 150. Thanks for joining me. I will be doing the Cafe Clutch here in about what's this all about? Well, the title says it all, doesn't it? Okay. Yeah, every creator explains the same thing because folks don't listen. I know. Yeah. Wow, look at these hundreds of trolls coming in here. Wow, I'm just sitting here and more some trolls. I can't go yet because I'm having fun mooring the trolls. Wow. Thank you for all you've done and make us aware of what's happening. My pleasure. Wow, it's just funny how many, I mean, honestly, there's at least 30 trolls here today. It's like they've teamed up. It's like they've teamed up. Yep. Yeah, the trolls are definitely out today. They must really have a good grip cutting that blood supply off, you know? It is crazy. Anyway, that's going to do it now. We hit 101, so the heartburn trolls got to know. Well, some did, but some good people got to know ineligibility too. Yeah, they missed most of the stream. That's true. All right, guys, I need to go get ready for the Cafe Clutch at 11 a.m. Orange Restaurant, Nelsbrook. You're welcome to join me. And then again at 4 p.m. we have a meet and greet. All right, I'll catch you later. Today is all about you guys. Isn't that funny? You know, I'm asking for likes to get the algorithm juiced up, and the idiot says it's all about me. If it's all about me, then I would be relaxing, having a cup of coffee, touring in Nelsbrook. But no, I'm giving my day to other people once again, as always. Cheers, everybody.